now, considering everything that started with the season, with the talent on hand, the stated desire to win a title? What does this feel like after these last 3 games?
Just disappointed. I thought we had so many opportunities over the last 3 games to win. But listen, you got to give Denver credit. They kept playing. They kept executing. They kept playing together. So right now, just disappointment. Honestly, I thought you could just see the difference in the 2 teams. That team's been together. We haven't, and you can see it as the games went on. They just knew each other so well. I thought offensively, even though I mean, listen, we had great shots. I mean, great shots all night. I still didn't think we trusted. We did at the beginning of the game. We did coming out of the 3rd quarter. We got a 7-point lead. But right when they put pressure on us, honestly, I just thought we didn't come through.
Thanks, Doc.
We'll go to Ohm.
Hey, Doc. This team never was able to reach its full potential. How good did you think this team could have been? And did the expectations, were they ever too heavy for this team?
No, we didn't meet them. That's the bottom line. I'm the coach, and I'll take any blame for it. But we didn't meet our expectations, clearly. Because we had, in my opinion, we'd still be playing.
We'll take a question from the bubble with Dan.
Game 7's a lot of times for what the Stars are supposed to.
Well, Game 7's our make-miss game at the end of the day.
Is that what it was? Those 2 guys just missed shots?
I don't think it was those 2. I just think as a group, it wasn't just those 2. If you look at our shot quality, it was pretty dang good. But the ball didn't go in, and on those nights, you hoped that you can lean on your defense. And I just didn't think, even though numbers say we were a good defensive team, I just didn't think we ever realized that part of our game at all.
We'll stay down there and take one from Mark Spears.
Sitting there in the 4th quarter, you can't go out there and play. You're going to stay so much. What were your emotions watching?
It was hard, man, because I got a good group of guys, Mark. I really do. And, man, we got – if you just look at the shots, we were getting point blank looks, but it didn't go in, and then they kept playing. But they went, difference, honestly, Mark, they went through stretches like that too. They just kept playing. I thought, especially in the 4th quarter, I just thought, we start missing shots, and you can see us trusting less and less and less. I mean, obviously I could have done something more. I always think it's me. No matter what. I don't care what we had. Like, I'll look at this and try to figure it out. But it's very disappointing.
We'll go to Jovan.
Hey, Doc. I know Kawhi and PG didn't shoot the ball that well tonight, but overall they were pretty good for the postseason. But it seemed like the supporting cast performance was a little bit surprising of you guys not really having that consistent 3rd guy throughout the whole regular season, you having that. Were you surprised by that, and what do you attribute that to?
No, I don't know, Jovan. Part of it is, our guys missed a lot of the bubble. Trez was phenomenal tonight overall, but he missed 30 days. Lou missed 14 days. Pat missed 16 days in the bubble, and, some of that came back and haunted us. I thought conditioning. We kept having to take guys out because they were tired. We're in the playoffs, and you had to do it. Guys were asking to come out, so you had to do it. But that's not typical for Game 7. But it is what it is. You had to do it. I thought it hurt our rotations at times. But again, man, let's give Denver credit. I thought Murray before the game. I said the one guy that we have to slow down is Murray, and I thought we did that. And then right before the 2nd quarter, he got going, and then the 2nd half, he was literally unstoppable.
We'll go to Tomer.
Hey, Doc, obviously in a series like this, you guys had expectations. There's sort of blame to be thrown around. How do you guys figure out, who is to blame here? And then how does that factor in as a motivating factor for next season?
I'll let you do all the blaming. I don't play that game, so you can figure that one out on your own.
Go to Miriam.
Hey, Doc. You talked about Denver's familiarity with each other and their trust to keep playing. I mean, obviously, you guys, not just in the bubble, but all season, you were up and down as far as your who was available. If this group had a full season together, would have that made a difference, do you think?
You know, who knows? I'm not going to make an excuse. Denver beat us. Denver was the better team, all right? We had, 40 different lineups or 35 different lineups. We had all that stuff. But once you get to the playoffs, throw that all out the window, and you got to perform. You got to perform better. You got to execute better. You got to trust better. You got to play better as a team. I thought Denver played better as a team throughout the playoffs.
I think we had a question down in the bubble from Michael Rosenberg.
Okay, Doc, when you're up 3-1 in this series, are you thinking on the trust issue where we need to be, or are you still worried at that point that it's not quite there?
No, I was never comfortable. I just wasn't. You know, I just knew conditioning-wise, like we had guys that just couldn't play minutes, and that's hard. You know, I mean, there were 2 or 3 times a night, but we actually started getting it going, and the guy had to come out. And I mean, it is what it is. So no, I was never comfortable. I can tell you that up front. I told our coaches that.
We got time for one more. We'll go to Thomas.
Hey, Doc. I've kind of heard you, kind of speak this year, just kind of about guys' mentality. And I've also heard you in the first round, you call guys emotionally weak. But I heard your sentiment change over the past, 3 games, and I didn't kind of hear that same tone. Do you feel as though kind of not just the pressure, but also kind of, all of the extra surroundings that are going on with that environment got to the guys
No, it didn't get to Denver. So, I don't. Listen, I just think Denver beat us, all around. And so for me right now, I'm in the place of giving Denver more credit. And you guys can figure out where all the blame goes and all that, but I'm just going to give Denver credit. I thought Mike did a phenomenal job. Jokic was literally unstoppable for most of the series. Mm-hmm. I mean, tonight, when you look at his scoring numbers, you don't see it, but then you see the passing and the rebounds. He dominated the game in a lot of ways.
Thanks, Doc. That's all we have time for.
All right. Thank you.